Hello Cobras and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. I am TryclydeTamer. I am going to avoid the green sword soldier. I am leaving from the sanctuary this time around, so I'm going to loop around and hit you, ping you, barely avoid getting sliced by your sword. I'm going to barely evade you. Should I start running? Yes, I should. Oh man, I'm just dodging bullets, or should I say arrows, all over the place, even though I wasn't avoiding that last one there. Always has to be something. I want to switch over to my boomerang. I want to kill this Buzzblob, see if he gives me a heart, even though I probably should be getting hearts from this little patch of grass all the way around up here. So how exactly do I want to do this? I don't want to bother with that patch of grass because I'm very likely to run into stuff anyway. Takes a second for Link to pick up that white rock, but he can do so because he's a macho elf Hylian thing, or Hylia as it's not accurately translated in this game before we get to Ocarina of Time. It's Hylian, because Hylian is a lot better, and Hylia is the name of the goddess of stuff, and the lake, of course. Let's be careful and be safe as we go around Souris River. So the way this place works is, pick up the 8-ball, tell me where to go. You can walk on the lighter blue waters, because it's shallow. Gotta watch out for the Souris fireballs. I didn't really do a great job in doing so. I was like acting like I was running right towards it. What exactly do I want to do here? I want to go this way, I believe. Just trying to figure out things. I did practice this earlier today, but I'm still not having my greatest memories. Is this where it is? No, because I fell into the water. The swords always look weird when you hit them the first time with the sword. It's like, no, we're somewhat sentient beings that aren't going to try to murder you all the time. Speaking of not bad Zoras, got a heart piece up there, foreshadowing, and maybe we're going to get it soon before long, if we can figure out a way to get over there. Just a bunch of thick brush around this way. Let's loop around and not get hurt, because I don't like getting hurt by the Zoras. That hurt me. I'm singing along to the music, but oh well, I think I'm going the right way. Dash right into the fireballs, because that is the T2 way. And this is where we want to go. Dash right ahead, with my sword in front of me. It's like either Link has a sword or he's smoking a big joint. Waha! What do you want, little man? Do you have something to ask me? Well, I just dropped by to ask for the flippers. Wahaha! I don't just give away flippers away for free. I sell them 500 rupees a pop, a pair. I'm not reading this properly. Yes, I'm going to pay the 500 rupees. Watch it slowly tick down. Wahaha! 1 pair of flippers coming up. I will give you a free bonus for the purchase. I will let you use the magic waterways of the sea folk, which link lakes and rivers. When you see a whirlpool, dive into it. You never know where you'll surface. Wahaha! So this somewhat friendly Zora duped us into getting the Zora's flippers, which will allow us to swim. Yay! This isn't the GBA port where you'd be able to duck underwater with the press of the B button. But, I like how it crisscrossed like that. But we cannot do the diving underwater, so gotta be careful with ourselves to not run into the fireballs and be having weird swimming controls. And it's kind of sticky with what you're doing. Do I want to be this way? No. Or yes. Actually, yes, I do, because there's an opening. What's with me in just running straight into the fireballs, even though I didn't get hit by it? I got hit by something before, though. But yes, indeed, I always have to say this when we're coming right up to a piece of heart. That's the quarter to our number 9. We're going to make a return trip this way, and then we're going to be prepared to head down with this odd transition, because it's like we're heading between areas of Souris River, upper and lower Souris River, so to speak. The thing about video games, there's always secrets beyond waterfalls. Mysterious pond is over here. Will you throw an item in? What will you do? I will select an item and find a particular one of choice, and the particular item of choice will be my shield. Toss you in, and see if something happens with this magical water. Yes, a beautiful fairy. Hello there, did you drop this? Yes, I did. I like an honest person. I will give you something better in return. Thank you, you're disappearing, and you're giving me a red shield that is improved and can defend ourselves against fireballs. Very nice. I believe I want to exit and re-enter, use that magic of stuff. It's like, just have a quick breather of the waterfall against my face, because this water is holy here and I don't want to disrupt stuff or something. I want to scroll through my items reverse this time around. Kinda taking up more time because the boomerang was only a couple items if I were to go right. But yes indeed. There I go saying that again. It's another item we want to upgrade right here. Like an honest person, blah blah blah. I am a broken record in repeating myself. Just getting so many red things. It's a magical boomerang. We can throw faster, do a little bit more damage to enemies and stuff, which is very helpful. Let's go outside and demonstrate it. It does indeed go a lot farther. I'm saying the word indeed a lot. Did a little bit of damage on the first impact, or maybe that was just the animation for the crab enemy being stunned. I don't know, but that's how this thing is. Next up, we want to take this little whirlpool here. It's not one for spawning a Sora, but it's one for teleporting us among Hyrule. Let's check on the map where we are. Right in the center of Lake Hylia. And it's something good for us. It sounded like we couldn't have just swam here normally anyway. Actually, I think it's blocked to where we couldn't jump down into the water. Actually, I think it wasn't. Contradictions. Always the T2A. But we go up, and this is the Pond of Happiness. Throw some rupees in, and your wishes will surely come true. Do you want to throw rupees? I will throw a few. How many rupees will you toss? Well, I choose to throw 20. 4 of 5. Until all your happiness is 20, you can become happier by 1 step. For your reference, today you will have a little luck. Just wait a little bit, go down this way, and dash right back towards it. Come on. Pond Happiness, blah blah blah. I want to throw more rupees. I want to throw 100. And with editing magic, that seemed very streamlined. The only thing that seemed a little discrepant was the music a little bit. I will make your wish come true. I'll choose to carry more arrows first, even though I'm going to be doing this a few more times to lower my rupees down, and this is the place where you can upgrade your bombs and arrows for a max of 50 bombs and 70 arrows. And then when we go here again, it's playing the fairy fountain music. We can throw 50 or 25 rupees this time. You always want to go for the maximum because that's how it is. Today you will have great luck, and I should probably mention the elephant in the room that isn't an elephant in any way, shape, or form, but it's a bombable wall. Actually, it is kind of elusive. How am I going on my bottles? Empty bottle and one with the good bee. I want to switch out this and go to my bug catching net. I want to catch a fairy because there's plenty of fairies for me to catch in here. And I'm going to carry more bombs this time. Now I can carry 15 at maximum. I'm just going to do this 1 or 2 more times to use up as many rupees as possible. And then I'm going to go for that 300 from the thief to prove I'm right. I had an annoyance killing all those mini mold orms again, but yes, we are talking to the thief, and he does indeed give us those 300 rupees. So, there's your proof. This way to Lake Hylia's shop. I don't think I've shown this way yet, because we are right at the foot of Lake Hylia. There's a fortune teller right there that I don't need, because I'm the one doing the Let's Play, and here's the shop right here. Go in, and the merchant here sells hearts and bombs and red potions. I do believe I haven't shown it yet. I'm going to be a rebellious little boy elf Hylian dude and hop into the water without going on the dock. And I'm going to swim in the water and don't resurface on the dock right there, because we're right by the East Palace, but there is something of importance if we swim all the way in the water. I believe this is the quickest route over because the way up there is actually blocked and you can't really jump through. And it's weird because the enemies can actually hurt you if you stand on the shallower water over that way. But all this time, under this bridge, there is a homeless person. Well, his home is a cardboard tent. Yo, Link, you seem to be in a heap of trouble, but this is all I can give you. He gives you a magic bottle, your 3rd of 4. So yes, we're already at that point in the game. Fire! Doesn't hurt me because it's something that I can't stand on, woo! Thank you for keeping me safe, game. Where we are going now puts us west of the sanctuary again, not for a heart piece, but for story progress. I'm not going to sprint attack the bushes because that guy was chasing me. He'd probably do more damage than I was being dealt. Kind of reset his position, but not really by much. I actually do want to go north. We are still more or less northwest. I'm in here because I'm Kanye West. I don't know. I'm going to read the sign. Danger, do not enter Death Mountain without the King's permission. I think the king might be kind of not here in a current state of status to be here. Yo, Link, a mysterious fog has recently fallen over the forest. We have to be careful. We're just trimming down the street here. Maybe it's nothing, but this tree feels kind of strange as we cut it. Well, these guys, you could think of them to be Kokiri, and you could think of this to be like the remains of the Deku tree previously. So yeah, they're cutting their own life force away. Kind of a morbid thing to think about. The House of Lumberjacks, A Bumpkin and B Bumpkin. It's kind of different in GBA Port. It's like A, B, Q. There was actually a third one in here that's like mentioning riddles. I think it's something to do with the extra dungeon that is in the GBA port. I don't know. And up that way would be to a heart piece that we can't reach yet, so we're not going to bother with it right now. Yeah, something that I'm not going to prove because I don't want to use those few seconds of time. I'm using my few seconds of time right now to go over this way. Pick up the boulder. Surprise there's not a hoarder under it to be like, haha, surprise! I'm going to be careful in here because it's dark and there's keys everywhere. Oh man. I believe I want to wrap myself around. And here we are, old man. I don't know who you are, but if you're going to go up the mountain, will you take me with you? I lost my lamp, so... Alright, I guess we have a party member. Old man that forever has his hands behind his back because that's the old way. Watch your step. There are holes in the ground. Can you turn right here? Young man, are you also going to the mountain to look for the golden power? Just ahead is a mountain full of monsters. Many people have vanished in this mountain while looking for the golden power. I don't want to steer you wrong, but please don't get too involved in such a mad quest. Thank you for your wisdom. I think I just want to take a full right, but that's not the case. Of course, I'm finishing my sentences when the reasoning for it isn't good anymore. Turn right here. You know I have a granddaughter who is your age. The king took her to the castle and she never returned. Kidnapping those maidens must be part of the wizard's plot. I'm sure he is trying to somehow use the power of the descendants of the wise men. Giving us some backstory here. Oh man, I wanted to craftily avoid the keys, but alas, that was not the case. I am holding my fingers in an Italian position above my head. Great. This part of Death Mountain, where we are, is bad. The missing maidens are still alive somewhere. I believe that a hero will rescue them. I wait for that day. These are dangerous times. I talked too much. Anyway, thank you for your kindness to an old man like me. I wanted to give you this. If you wander into a magical transporter, gaze into this mirror. Thank you, we got the magic mirror. This mirror is blue, clear and beautiful. You feel like it's going to absorb you into another world. Maybe it will, I don't know. I'm gonna follow the old man into here because if we talk to him, he's gonna mention about the wizard Aghanim deceiving the king and all that stuff, and that we need a moon pearl to fully make use of the alternate dimension that is around. So yes, that's the thing. He does fill your hearts. But we still cannot shoot our sword with power. I'm referencing a song that you may or may not have heard. There's just keys up that way. I'm just trying to take the easiest path possible because I just practiced this before recording. And we come out this way. We are a little bit higher around the path. We just want to head over. Well, over to the side, kind of looks the same, but it's not. Cave leads to the path back to Kiakarika Village. Kiakarika Village, with my weird speech patterns. Kind of a long, arduous path with plenty of holes and dark paths and keys everywhere. You don't want to drop down there, but you do want to drop down right here, because once you go into this hole, you are in a place of coolness, and you are eventually going to go up these tiny stairs. You go up bigger stairs that are marked in nature. I just love things marked by nature, or whatever. Then, as we surface over here, found a piece of heart. Now we're halfway to our next one. Lincoln's Eyes, the hospital. You must somehow make your way to the top of Spectacle Rock. From there, you can reach the Tower of Hera on top of Death Mountain. So yes, if we were to enter a cave on the place or close to here, we would be at the other side, and we have full fairy bottles, even though we still have our kid being one of them. So I'm not going to bother picking up my fairies, because I am full on health as well. I'm kind of losing my train of thought. Oh yeah, I was trying to make a joke about how Sahasrahla is kind of a stalker. Seems like he follows us everywhere, even if the other old men we're seeing are not him. You can easily trudge your way back through. Man, we're doing a few seconds of backtracking, but I'll leave it to be. My only real editing will be when I'm going long distances and collectibles. I find it weird how, like, when you dash upstairs with the Pegasus shoes, it's actually a lot slower than if you were to walk up normally. At least it seems to be that way, because all the strange animations. But yes, there's the other side of the thing right there. Oh man, over 25 minutes on the recording. I should probably stop the recording and restart it so the video doesn't get glitchy. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Give me a second. So let's equip our magic mirror, even though we don't quite need it because we have a tile right here surrounded by 8 rocks. Does that mean that I need to come back here in episode 8? I don't know, that might actually be the case. But yes, we are a bunny here in the dark world. Oh, who are you, Mr. Bunny? This world is like the real world, but evil has twisted it. The golden power is what changed your shape to reflect what is in your heart and mind. I'm always changing my mind, so I turned into a ball. But if you have a ball called the Moon Pearl, you can keep your original shape here. I like how epically I spoke for him.
What do you want? Do you have something to say to me, silly rabbit? I came here to get the power of gold, but now I'm a freak and get back to the real world. If only I had the Moon Pearl from the Tower of Air, I can go back to my original shape. I've got good reason to be stressed out, so back off, shoo-shoo.
Especially when you sound like a smoker as well. You could do some more exploration of the dark world, but we're going to be getting to that later. So let's just surface right here at the top of Spectacle Rock, and we can get a 3/4 piece of heart, mentioning all the quarters in this episode. I wish I had some extra quarters of money. Something to do before we end the episode. We're pretty high up here in Hyrule, even though it doesn't really seem like we came too far. Just the scale of this game. Bring out the Book of Medora to read this thing. Hold up the Master Sword, and you will get the magic of Ether. So, let's keep this in mind for when we have the Master Sword. We are pretty much done here for this episode now. Until next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, where we enter the Tower of Hera or the Mountain Tower. Pick your name as you want. Don't toast yourself.